AI won't replace web designers, but web designers who start to use AI will replace those who don't. But where do we start? Well, here in this video, I'm going to show you 5 areas where we can start to leverage AI, not only to stay ahead in our industry, but to start earning more as well. We'll start with the easiest and work our way up to more complex, but more rewarding opportunities. Number 1 is to organize and structure our own web design businesses. We could use the basics like ChatGPT and Claude to help coach and guide us in building a structural foundation for our own business. Things like building our SOPs, creating systems and processes, creating marketing plans, seeing where we want to go in the next few years, and creating plans to help us get there. You see, the problem is most of us start learning how to create websites, finding clients, charging money for our services, and then we become like a hamster wheel, just creating websites and trying to get clients without having any proper business background training or education, myself included. It took me 2 years of very costly fails that almost put me out of business. I was this close to quitting web design and going back to a job I was miserable in because I had no idea how to run an agency or a business. I had to learn business, and that's when I started hiring business coaches, paying for business networking groups, and then investing another 3 years into my business and building it and understanding it until I actually turned it into a profitable and very healthy business. But now you don't have to go through these costly mistakes. We could start from the very beginning using ChatGPT as like our baseline business coach just to help us get a solid foundation and to avoid making costly mistakes. Opportunity number 2 is going to be cutting the time of web design projects. Faster projects means faster pay, means more projects that we could take on. And theoretically, if you were to cut down the time of your projects by 50%, that means you could take on 2 times more projects, which really means you will double your earnings. Now, I'm not saying to cut corners. It's all about delivering the same value or even more value, but in less time. And it still does take expertise. I do not see a scenario where somebody has no experience in web design or working with clients and helping them with their online business, coming in with AI tools and being able to solve problems for clients. No, we need to have experience and we need to develop our skills. But once we have those, we could use the tools that we have to cut out a lot of time inside of our workflows for proper web design projects. We can start chopping up that time and getting to the finish line a whole lot faster. And this is only going to continue to get better for us because more tools are going to be continuously released inside of our page builders in WordPress and Figma and in other website platforms as well. Opportunity number 3 is to add additional services to our clients. Services we may never have even considered offering because it was out of our expertise skill stack. Things like creating content, marketing plans, and helping to implement a lot of these things. Well, if you've been working with clients for some years, you already kind of got a good idea on how content should be structured. And you just got to start to look at how can we help our clients further, start to use these tools and start to offer additional services. This is a time for us to think out the box and start to become more as partners to our clients instead of just somebody who comes in and builds a website like a service provider or order taker. We could do a whole lot more and position ourselves at a much higher level right now using these tools that are available to us right now. And just like in opportunity number 1, where we are building a foundation and a structure to our own business, we could be doing the same for our clients. How many clients do we get that are still in their new or early stages of their business and they need help? They need help automating things, setting up workflows. They need help building a structure to their business. We could do that for them because we've already done it for ourselves. Opportunity number 4 is to further automate our own businesses using advanced tools like N8N and Make. Well, now we could even take it to another level. Imagine being able to have a call with a client, have everything transcribed. All your highlights are there, ready to help you with your project proposal, streamline it, have that automated, have that set up, fully automated with a contract, with a payment, with a thank you, with the confirmation. Well, we could keep going. I mean, this is just an example, but my mind is racing because I see this whole process being fully automated, leveraging tools like N8N. I'm currently investing a lot of time into learning it because I believe this is a skill set that is going to help us in the future. Like learning these skills right now, they're more complicated. We are getting into the more technical side of things, but we're going to be able to do more. And this is where our industry is shifting. And then opportunity number 5, the most complex, but also the most rewarding, is building custom apps for our clients and for ourselves, maybe even to sell on market. Our clients come to us and sometimes they have a very specific problem and they are considering using a third-party SaaS, but it sort of fits for them, but not really. And they don't have the budget for a 6-figure custom built app. We could actually start to use these vibe coding tools like Replit, Bolts, and even Figma Make, where we could create some sort of custom app that fits our client for their very specific problems and needs. And we could do this in a very short amount of time and charge them something that is within inside of their budget, but also a very, very healthy earning for us. Just this last week, I was sitting in my notebook and I was trying to write workflows for some automations I want to set up for my own business. I'm trying to organize it and I thought, hey, a mind map would actually help this process out better. So I went into Google search and I started looking at mind mapping tools and started looking at pricing plans. And then it just hit me. Why not build my own? So I went into Figma Make, and in about an hour, I had a working version of a mind mapping tool that was set up for organizing and thinking through automated workflows inside of N8N. I did all this without coding, and I'm a front-end developer, not back-end. I do have a lot of experience, 9 years of experience building websites for clients, but still, I never would have been able to do anything like this before, even thought of this as a solution. But now things are changing and it's only going to continue to get better. And right now, my fellow web design creatives, this is a time we need to start thinking outside of the box and really leveraging the tools that we have. We got to do things different today than when we were doing yesterday. Because if we continue to do the same things that were working for us yesterday, we're not going to have the best future going forward. I want you to succeed. I also want myself to stay ahead of the curve. So I'm going to continue learning more and teaching more inside of this area here inside of the Lytbox Academy, because I want to future-proof myself and all of you. My mission is to help support web designers and creatives to build better businesses and better lives for themselves. And I truly believe down to my core that this is the right direction that we need to be going in. Now, if you have any questions on how we could use AI for web design, drop them inside of the comments. I want to talk more about this with you all. And if you are interested, then definitely subscribe so you can stay updated, because I got a lot more content going into more depth. And we also have the Lytbox community on Circle, where we are going to be even taking it a step further and going way deeper into this area, because I want us all to succeed. All right, well, I have links to all that inside of the description of this video, so definitely check out our community in Circle. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.